So, Clone Drone in Danger Zone is an incredibly short game where you gotta fight a bunch of robots as a robot while two commentating bots commentate whatever you do.
Greetings, human.
Salutations, human! Welcome to die!
What you do in this incredibly short game is to slay robots in a horrific manner, but it's okay because it's not human beings. Now this game runs into a problem that if you don't like the gameplay, you're out of luck because that's all the game is about. All 8 modes are robot violence with a twist. The bare minimum amount of time you'll probably be in this game is an hour, because that's how long all 5 chapters of the story will last. What I am saying here is that the gameplay has to be incredibly enthralling to you so it's actually worth the $20. So the perfect place to start with this is the gameplay. You see those hearts in the corner there? That is not a health bar, that is the amount of lives you have. You are the health bar in this game. You and your enemy actually take physical damage, but luckily for both of you, you are both robots. You no longer care for stuff such as blood and vital organs. Before you realize how messed up this game would be if it was regular human beings instead of robots, it basically means you can have a hole punched through your chest and become a donut and you'll be completely fine. And instead of protecting every organ in your body, you just protect your head, both your arms, and both your legs. Losing one arm and one leg in this game is completely fine, but it clearly makes you weaker than the guy that still has 2 arms and 2 legs. This game comes with 4 incredible weapons to commit violence with, including a kick and a flamethrower. First, you got the sword. It's the one you start out with, and it's the one that slices and dices, and you can light it on fire, and deflect arrows with it. Next, you got the spear, which you use to turn people into kebabs. It also comes with a shield, which is used to block stuff and push people off stuff. Then, you got the bow and arrow. Is a bow and arrow. And then you got big hammer, for when you don't care about defense and just want to destroy everything. Do you look stupid when you get hit in the head with an arrow? Yes, but who's gonna laugh once you get Thanos slapped by the hammer? As you can see, I have a favorite. Any enemy in this game can also use these weapons, so be careful. You don't think it's a problem until you see a jetpack hammer bot coming towards you. You know that toy where it's 2 robots in a boxing ring? It's basically that, but with laser swords. At this point, you can leave because it's told you the entire point of this game. I ain't holding you hostage, you can leave if you want to. The rest of this video is me talking about all the various modes of robot-on-robot violence and its different flavors.
Oh look, a little green critter.
Okay, for those who's decided to stay, this game has 8 modes. 4 single player, 4 multiplayer. First up on the list is story mode. So basically, you're a human being that recently got harvested and placed in this robot. Because it's more efficient for the robots to upload your mind into a robot and make you find an arena than dragging your dead body back home. In the first chapter, you play as a human, you go through the arena, and then you escape thanks to this giant head lady. And this is the first time that you meet the Emperor. Hey, guess who the final boss is gonna be? Chapter 2 plays out similarly, but instead of the Emperor showing up because he's already there, you instead get broadcast of the space colony Ark being attacked by these robots. So basically, the entire plot is this person, that person, the giant head lady have to stop an army of red text-to-speech videos from taking over the entire Earth. If you give me another minute, I could tell the rest of the story, but you could probably already tell where this is going. Next up is Endless Mode. It is a mode where you fight a bunch of robots, of course, and when you win a round, you can go back down, upgrade yourself, and then come back to fight stronger robots. The only way to win is to die. After this story, this is probably where you're going to spend most of your time. And then you got challenge mode, which is endless mode but with more restrictions, such as being only able to use 1 weapon. If you manage to reach a certain level with the restrictions placed on you, you win and you get it unlockable. Now, for the multiplayer, here's a small word of advice. This game is not a AAA game. Most people are not even aware that this game exists. You, my friend, do not have the luxury of going in at 12 at night and expecting someone else to be there. So if you want to do any of the multiplayer content, go in at a regular time that isn't when everyone else is asleep, or go on an official Discord. This game has a Discord. Otherwise, you'll be playing a different game called the waiting game. All the achievements in the game either unlock skins that can only be used in multiplayer mode, or emotes that can only be used in multiplayer mode. Hey Roborog, can you make us so the random skins that you get be in single player too? I mean, you do for the colors, just do it for the skins themselves. Now for the actual modes, you have endless mode for when you want to play with your friends, or challenge mode. whenever you want to play with your friends and suffer. And then we got a game mode that has never ever been done before, and it's called a Battle Royale. Please stop showing these images. What you have to do to achieve the epic victory royale is to fight people on these platforms that give you upgrades, and eventually you'll be too powerful to stop. Now I'm going to talk about those other two modes that you'll probably never use ever, and those modes are Twitch mode and duels mode. You'll never use Twitch mode because you are not a Twitch streamer, but it's basically the chat can mess with your game. And duels mode is basically 1v1 against your friend. Like, you actually have to message your friend and everything in order to get the code. Now this game is pretty charming, but there's nothing really to do because it's so short. If only there was something I could possibly show. Behold! Low leading! Yes, this game has low leading baked into the game itself. You don't need an entire separate program and learn how to code in order to make something in this game. And you can put on the Steam Workshop for other people to see. Just look at this level. It is perfection. It doesn't even need to be an arena, it can be its own separate map. Now the greatest strength of low editing is that it enhances other modes in the game. You know, things like challenge mode and endless mode. So whatever you download can appear wherever it's listed. So if you ever want to be destroyed by my cat, this is a completely valid option of doing so. With this level of creativity and stupidness is probably the best thing that's in this game for you. But anyways, Clone Zone and Danger Zone is incredibly short, but it's a really creative game. This game's on Steam and on the big 3 consoles. Now you know that this game exists. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day.